You're watching the Health Now Nutrition Podcast, advancing our holistic and nutrition industry one story at a time. Presenting your host, Michelle Post.
Welcome everyone to the Health Now Nutrition channel and the Saved by Nutrition book. We are today showcasing the amazing Mais Karesli. Make sure that I pronounce everything correct there, Mais, because that's super important. Firstly, I'm going to tell you a little about the amazing Mais here. Mais works in Toronto, and she has put together a program that uses nutrition and energy balances at the same time to better support her clients. And I got to tell you, I absolutely agree with the energy supporting. Holy cow, that is just such a big deal when it comes to helping clients. She likes to work with people from all ages and backgrounds, and she especially likes to help people with depression and work with children who have all sorts of challenges, including educational challenges, behavioral, and even postural challenges. Mais likes reading as well, and she has more than 1,000 books on her bookshelves. And she uses crochet, because I love my yarn crafts. You know I love my yarn crafts to show her creativity. I hope you have something handy to share. So if you will want to get in touch with Mais, and you can contact her at 647-612-6180, or you can email Mais at Mais, that's mais.karesli, Karesli @gmail.com. Welcome to the show, Mais.
Hi, Michelle. Thank you very much for having me.
I'm so excited that you're here. We just had a wonderful conversation about everything that's going on right now. So it's so much to think about.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah. So the first thing is that the Saved by Nutrition book is coming out mid-July, and you are one of our fabulous contributors, sharing your amazing story of overcoming severe depression and anxiety. So what was it like for you to get your story written out?
Well, I've always liked writing. Even when I was at school, I really liked writing and reading books and reading stories. I love stories. I always thought that I am a good storyteller. So when you offered me this opportunity, it was for me like, yeah, of course I have a story to tell, and I would love to share my story with everyone. And the process was really very, very easy, smooth. I was so much concerned at the beginning, to tell the truth, because English is my second language. But the way we did it was really very easy for me, and it was very fun. I really enjoyed it. And you taught me lots of things about writing, about the process of writing. So yes, I was very happy, and I'm honored to be part of this book and this movement you started.
That's awesome. And I love your writing style, though. I think that for me, like, that was just one of the biggest things to really showcase, is that everybody has a different style, and to really respect that. It doesn't have to all be informational textbook, right? Like, and yours just has such a good flow to it. I absolutely love your story.
Thank you.
Awesome. So yeah, let's share a little bit about what was happening for you, that like the tragedy part, what was going on?
Well, in the late 2006, I started to feel, actually it started before that. I would say 2004, maybe. I started to have depression. And at the time, I didn't think that it's something really big. I was having two young children, and I was running behind them. They are both boys, running behind them all the time. I thought at the beginning that it was just tiredness. And then I reached a point where I really didn't have any energy at all. I was staying in bed for long hours, and if not in bed, on the couch in front of TV. And this is not me. I used to be very active. I used to be outgoing. I used to do lots of things in my life prior to that. And then at the end, I was convinced that I need to see somebody. So I asked around, and I was introduced to a very nice psychiatrist, and we had two meetings, I think 2 or 3, and then he said, you really need something to help you.
Okay.
So he prescribed some pills for me. I took them for 3 months only. After that, I really gave it a big thought. I told myself, okay, now I'm only 29, 28 years old. So I started already taking depression pills. This is not right. I really need to find something else. This is not right. This couldn't be my life. So if now I'm taking these pills, what I would do when I'm 60 or 70?
Yeah. So
So
did the pills
yeah.
have like an adverse effect on you, or what were they like while you were taking them?
Well, I took them only for 3 months. I remember by the end of the 3 months, I started to gain a little bit weight, and that wasn't acceptable at all for me.
Yes.
So really, I decided that I need to stop them, and I stopped them without even going back to my psychiatrist. I just read on the box that I need to stop them gradually, not
Hmm.
just cutting them. So I did that, and I went off them, and I returned back to my depression.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that happens with a
Uh,
lot of antidepressant pills. Absolutely.
Yes, and also to be fair, it was only three months, so I didn't even felt that I'm really very well using them. It was only a little bit when I just started to have little bit improvement in my mood. I decided to stop them because I felt it's not right. This is not how I want to live my life. This is not, absolutely not, and this is not the role model that I want to show my children even. Taking
Yeah.
depression pills by 30 years of age, then really what I will do when I'm 40, 50, 60? That was a big concern for me.
Absolutely. So just to remind everyone, we are talking with the amazing Mais from Toronto. And if you want to get more in touch with her, and you will want to, you can contact her at phone 647-612-6180, or you can even email Mais at mais.karesli, karesli@gmail.com. So you were just telling us that you did not want to be on pills. You didn't want to showcase that to the kids, and you wanted something different for yourself. So keep
Yes.
sharing.
Well, then after that, by chance, I was reading a magazine, a woman. I remember it was a woman magazine. So it was, one of the. I just picked it from the shelf, and I was reading it, and then that magazine really changed my life. I was reading a story of one woman was saying that she had lots of things, lots of symptoms. I mean, she was having headaches, weight problems, depression, and then she was reading a book, and in the book she discovered that she is allergic to milk. And I
Interesting.
was I was really surprised because I was thinking, really, do somebody get allergic from food, just eating the food that we eat every day? That was really new for me.
Yeah.
It was new for me. And at the time I was young, I didn't know what to do, but I was really very fortunate to find the book in the nearest bookstore for me. So
Convenient.
I
Yeah.
remember, yeah, I just called them after reading that article and I asked about the book. He said, yeah, we have it. So I immediately went there and I bought the book, and I read it and started directly to do all the recommendations. So I suspect actually milk. Milk was the first suspicion for me, not the wheat or the gluten, but milk was number one suspicion for me, because Michelle, my mother told me that when I was 2 years old, I stopped drinking milk. I
Oh
stopped
yeah.
drinking milk completely, and I think I was doing well until I got married, and then I was introduced to the long-lasting milk,
Yeah.
the one that comes in cartons, and it was very tasty for me, and drinking it with the coffee. So I started drinking milk, and in my mind that I'm doing something healthy, good for my body,
Yes,
because
we've been
I
told a
didn't drink,
lot. Yeah.
yeah, I didn't drink milk before that, and everybody said, "You don't drink milk? How are you surviving? Your boys, you don't have any problems, you don't have anything, any joint pain?" Because I'm tall, and everybody suspect that maybe if I'm not drinking milk, then I have joint pain or something. But I was always asking people, "No, I don't have any of these problems. I'm really good." And then I was drinking milk, and because I love it, and I saw that it's healthy, so I'm drinking two Big Macs every day, one in the
Oh,
morning and one in the afternoon. So I decided
that's
to
a
stop.
lot of milk, people.
Yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot. It's like half a liter. That's too much. That's too much.
There's people out there that drink like 2 full liters per day. There's a
Yes,
lot of people who drink so much milk. Yeah.
yes, yes. So I stopped milk, and after really 3 days only, it took me only 3 days to wake up happy, healthy, and surprised
Mm.
because this is not the way that I wake up in the morning. I usually wake up very tired and very, moody and angry. And it all vanished. And I was like, okay, maybe just today, maybe it's only today, maybe something happening. So I continued my day and I was really energized. I started to feel the energy again. I started to feel that, okay, now I'm 30 years old and this is how you should be in your 30 years old. And then next day, again, I woke up very happy, very energetic. And I didn't just stop milk, I stopped everything that has to do with dairy. No cheese, no yogurt, nothing. So I stopped everything
Yeah.
because, as they said in the book, it's the milk protein that goes in everything.
Yeah.
So I suspected everything and I stopped everything. And really, that was like a turning point in my life. It was a turning
Wow.
point in my life. Yeah. After that, I started to look at my children's diet. Both of my children have, one of them used to have anxiety, and his anxiety led to hyperactivity. But he
Wow.
was so much anxious all the day, so much anxious, and he loved milk.
Yep.
He used to drink milk all the time, to the point that he's willing to drink milk but not eating food. He was very skinny, very skinny. At that time he started to get older, so his body is getting taller, but no weight gain. So
Interesting.
he maintained his weight for a long time. He was like around 14 kilograms for a 6 years old. That was really really underweight. And then and my youngest used to have anger. he was
Yeah.
he was he was angry all the time. He was just angry all the time and depressed. So when I started with myself, I said, okay, maybe my children are also having problems with digesting milk. Maybe they have allergy as well. My husband doesn't drink milk. He doesn't,
Okay.
and he doesn't drink at all. Even when I was drinking milk with the coffee, he said, well, it's not for me. It's for you. It's not for me.
It's good to have
Uh,
differences in a marriage.
Yes, yes. But that made me think, okay, if I am allergic to milk and if my husband doesn't drink milk and he said that it causes him problems and, digestive disturbing, then maybe also my children shouldn't drink milk. So I stopped milk for them, and that was like wow, like magic, you know.
Wow.
It was like magic for all of us. So at that point, I said, okay, so if only milk, we are talking about one thing only, did all these magical changes to a family,
To a
then what
whole
about
family.
to a whole family? Yeah, I can tell you about our situation before that. A depressed mother, an angry child, an anxious child. So, you
That's
know,
and that's super interesting because I think a lot of the times
indeed.
people would get that and just say, "Oh, it's just genetic. My mother's depressed, so therefore I'm depressed." And even in my
Yes,
own family, there's like some serious depression type syndromes that leak down to everyone. And I did the same thing. I actually had given up milk for the longest time. I rarely touch milk
yeah.
now, and I was still on the weight gaining train when it came to that. When I found out that not only was I intolerant, I also was allergic.
Oh
And
my God,
that
yeah,
was also very new for me. So I get that 100%.
yeah.
So how long did it take for the kids to bounce back?
Uh, the same,
Yeah.
the same. Just in 5 days, my youngest totally, as if he's another boy,
Wow.
and if as if he's another boy. I remember his teacher calling me after only a few days, and she said, "Okay, so what medication are you giving your son? Because really, I'm interested to know. He's totally different. He started to have before that. He didn't have any friends in his school. Now he started to have friends. He started to socialize. He started to get along with his father even, because
Amazing.
yeah, yeah,
So just take that into consideration, everyone. If there's some serious points of issues with between your family, you and your kid, it could be allergy on either point. So I'm not saying who specifically,
Yeah.
really think about that, like
Yeah.
he's starting to get along with his family. And I'm just thinking of my own family, who none of us get along. And I know I've had numerous intolerances and allergies and such. And it's just curious as to how many the rest of the family would have as
Yes.
well.
Yes. Yes. I agree. I agree.
Excellent, excellent. So now you go, of course, into more depth about the kids from your story in the book, but you will have to watch or get the book yourself in order to read more about Mais's story with her kids, because it is super miraculous. And when she shares in the book how she knew she needed to take action, holy cow! Like just my heart just goes out to that, especially as a mother, hearing that. And I'm not going to tell you more because you have to get the book. I don't want to share everything. You also mentioned, though, that you did start adding some supplementation, and it was different for
Yes,
kids,
I did.
though. So how, because you were in, where were you at that time? Syria?
No, at the time I was in Dubai, UAE.
In Dubai, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, right.
Yes. So I left Syria when I was 19 years old. I got married, and I had both my children when I was in Dubai, living in Dubai. So, well, after my experience with milk, I decided that I need to study more.
Yeah.
And I wanted to learn more about nutrition, because really I felt that it changed my life. So why not getting this out, trying to reach people, trying to tell people that, okay, there's something more to food than just eating, it's not just about eating and getting energy. There's a whole story behind it. So I wanted to learn more. So I decided to go back to school, and I started to study, and that was amazing period in my life. That was amazing period in my life.
Just
Before
awesome.
that, before that, I knew little bit about vitamins and minerals, but not everything, not the everything. I experimented before that with few nutrients. So I remember B vitamins, vitamin C, but not everything. So when I started to know about the power of vitamins and minerals and food, and I started to introduce it to my family,
Yeah.
that was also a big, huge change for us.
Yeah.
And up until now, we don't go one day without our vitamins. Each one of us has his own. Each one of us.
There's so many people out there that don't understand the power of vitamins. But it is really super important to make sure that we are getting all the nutrients that our individual bodies need. So even the RDA, the recommended daily allowance, is not, it's just a recommended daily allowance, but it doesn't mean that is each individual body is getting enough, because we're all different.
No,
right?
We are all different. And by the end of the day, also agriculture got different. It is different from what it was in the past.
Yes.
So to make sure that you are getting your RDA, you should start with the food first, and you need to make sure that the food you are eating is full of the vitamins they are saying that it is.
Yes.
Okay. For example, they always say that one orange has 60 or 70 milligrams of vitamin C, and this is not true. It is not true anymore.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Because the soil is deficient, and the food travels. The food travels nowadays from one country to another, and it sits for long days and maybe weeks in the refrigerator. So when you buy an orange and then you keep it also in your refrigerator for a while, and then you have it, then I don't think there's any remaining of vitamin C inside it.
Yeah, there's
so you need to supplement your food. You need to supplement your food, but it's still supplements.
Yep.
You always start with the food.
Yep.
You always check with your body. You always check if you're allergic to something, and it's really very easy to know that if something that's causing any depression, not just depression in your mood, but depression also in your system. If you're having gases after eating something, if you're having lack of energy after eating something, this is all signs that you need to notice. You need to get some attention to it. You need, if you don't have any experience at all, then go ask somebody, consult with somebody. And nowadays there are lots of things that practitioners can do just to know what's
Abs-
happening exactly in your body.
Absolutely. And I love that you said that, because being that exhausted is not normal. All
No,
these, right? Like, and
no,
especially at that age, but really the whole thing is,
yeah,
oh, it's just the aches and pains of aging, or the
no,
aches and pains of having children. How many times have people gotten that type of advice? And
yes,
it doesn't have to be. And just as we
no,
talked about, I'm going to do another brag here, my dear darling
yeah.
friends, is that yesterday a woman counted me as about 30 years younger than I actually am, saying that in 40 years from now, I will have a hard time walking up hills. And in 40 years, honestly, I'm going to be 90. So
Yeah.
she really definitely pegged me as a lot younger than I am, because it doesn't have to be that way. And I'm going to tell you, when I was 30, 30 to even 40, into my mid 40s, I was exhausted. And I knew it wasn't right, because I
Yeah,
couldn't imagine living my life being that tired. So,
yeah,
right?
yeah, that's true. That's
Yeah,
true.
yeah.
Yeah,
So I'm super glad that you went and searched more, and that you got the education, as an accredited holistic nutritionist.
yes.
And you can share this with people, um, and especially clients. And I love that you work with kids.
Yeah, I love working with kids. I really love it. Because when you're working with kids, you are doing many things here. First of all, you are really helping the entire family. One depressed child or hyperactive child, or having any kind of problem, autism or anything, it could really influence the entire family.
Yes.
So when you're helping one child, you're helping the entire family. And then you are setting them for a better future when you're
Yeah.
working with, and they are still young at this age, so they will respond even quicker than adults. So you will see results in just a few days or a few weeks. You'll see results. So yes, working with the children is a blessing. Is a
Oh my
blessing.
gosh. It's, yeah, that's actually wonderful to see the results that quickly. I love
Yes,
it.
yes. It's amazing. They still have these young bodies and somehow clean bodies,
Yeah.
but you still need to research more, and you see what's
Abs-
happening inside their bodies.
right. And I trust you fully, because I mean, you've worked with your own kids and you've helped them,
Yes,
and now they are thriving adults.
they are amazing. They are doing amazingly. They are doing amazingly.
They're
My eldest
thriving
used to have,
adults.
yeah, they are. They are. They are. The one that is used to have anxiety now is very calm. He's very happy in his life. And the younger one who used to be angry, he's very social. He has lots of friends. He's like the star of his group.
Oh my gosh, that is just so wonderful to hear. So I'm
Yes.
so glad that there is help and that you're providing that for people.
Yeah.
Just absolutely amazing.
Thank you. Thank
So,
you.
any advice that you would like to give people now for anything? What would you like to share with our viewers today?
Well, don't get anything for granted.
Nice.
So please, yeah, please do your search. And now with Google, with all this information out there with the internet, it's easier for people to know what's happening. It's easier. If you're suspecting anything, so please do your homework, search for it, and reach for practitioners, consultants. Reach for them. They are really very important. The problem that I have in my practice, that most people, when they ask me about nutrition and they know that I am nutritionist, they told me, okay, so you deal with weight. This is not the only thing that we are doing. Yeah, weight gain and weight loss. So most people, when I say nutrition, okay, so how much average people lost on your diet? So it's not the story. It's not the story at all. We do more, and you know, our
Weight,
job is
yeah,
bigger than that. Yeah.
weight is a symptom of something
It's a
else being
symptom.
out of balance.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. And that
Exactly.
could be lifestyle, it could be health issues, it could be glandular, it could be belief systems, it could be any of
Yeah.
that. We work with the whole body, mind, spirit connection.
Yeah. I can think of at least 10 things that cause weight gain. At least. At
Right?
least.
Right?
So we are more like a detective, actually.
I love that, because that's what I
Yes.
when I first started, it was like, oh, I feel like I'm on CSI.
Yes.
What's the
Yes.
problem? You
What's the
know?
problem? Yeah. Actually, this is the most exciting part in my job, to be
Right?
the detective and just to think about all the other aspects and study them. And okay, so this is you need to fix this one. It's the allergy, or it's the thyroid, or it's
Right?
the digestive system.
Or
Yeah.
it could be even a combination, and you have to work with one thing at a time to find out.
Yeah,
So it is
that's
all
true.
experiential. So
Yes, that's true. That's
just
true.
amazing. So I love that. Yeah, definitely. You can search all you want on Google, but reach out to a holistic health practitioner. Reach out to your local nutritionist. Reach out to Mais.
Yeah,
You
thank
know?
you. My pleasure.
Right? And then definitely find out, so that way you can do the real sleuthing on what's really going to work for you as an
Yes.
individual. I love that,
Yes.
Mais.
Yes,
Thank you.
diet is very individual and very personalized.
Yes.
You really need to know what's good for you. And by the way, it could be totally different from your parents or your spouse or your babies.
And
So
it should be, because even age takes a factor. I've had one
course.
client, right? I had one client
Yeah.
that their mother was just going to use their program, and the answer is like big no,
No.
because that person is that much older and is going through completely different hormonal functions,
Yes.
right?
Yes. Yes. While it always happened with me. Always, always, always. I'm dealing with a client, and then she called me and she said, my mother or my father is following the diet, but they are very tired. What do you think is
Sorry, people. Sorry.
Yeah, and that's totally true. It's the age, it's male, female, hormones, everything. So
Yeah.
it's very personalized.
Very personalized. So yes, it's definitely different. So generic information is great. The majority of it is really just eat whole foods. There's so much difference though when it comes to what's going on in your individual body. And I love that you share that. I love it.
Exactly.
Thank you so much for being on the show today and sharing your story. And remember, the Save by Nutrition is coming out mid-July. If you want to get your pre-sale from Mais as well, you can definitely contact her for your specific needs. You can get in touch with Mais at 647-612-6180. That's the phone number. Or you can email Mais at mais.karesli@gmail.com. Thank you so much, Mais.
Thank you, Michelle. Thank you.
Take care, everyone, and to you all in health.
Bye.
Bye.
You've been watching the Health Now Nutrition Podcast with Michelle Post. For more information on how you can be part of the holistic and nutrition movement, visit www.healthnow.today to book your meeting.